3. I'm Taylor Hudecek, and I'm going to demonstrate how to handcuff someone. Handcuffing is a commonly used task in law enforcement. Whether you're a police officer, a bail bondsman, or a security guard, handcuffing will most likely be a daily occurrence in your line of work. So it's important to know how to perform this task for your safety and the safety of others. Now, these devices, handcuffs, are responsible for detaining and arresting suspects or persons of interest, and to say the least, they're extremely important. I studied law enforcement for 2 years in high school and 2 years so far in college, and due to the knowledge I've obtained from both institutions, I'm able to properly handcuff someone. In every aspect of law enforcement, it's important to know these 3 main steps in performing a proper standing handcuffing procedure. The first step is to position the person for the officer's safety. The second step is to apply the handcuffs, and the third step is to double lock the handcuffs for the person's safety. To begin, the first step is to position the person for the officer's safety. Order the person to turn around. Try to restrict the view of what the officer is doing. This makes them less likely to resist with any precision. Also, don't position them against a wall. It gives them leverage to throw themselves at the officer. Now, tell them to place their hands behind their back. Have them interlace their fingers as if they are praying. Now push their hands out towards the officer. Their thumbs should be upwards. Finally, order them to spread their feet. Use the exact word spread their feet to avoid any confusion. Have them spread their feet until they're a little further than shoulder length apart. This puts the person off balance. If they should decide to run, they'd have to regain control and then take off. All these orders can be given from a distance. You don't have to touch the person in order to position them. Now the person is positioned to the officer's liking, so the officer can begin with the second step. The second step is to apply the handcuffs. Walk towards the person and reach through their arms with your left hand. Grab closest to their pinky fingers. This gives the officer total control if they should decide to resist. With your free hand, hold the cuffs with the bow facing outwards and the handcuff key holds in your hand, in the palm of your hand. Without slamming the handcuffs against the person's wrist, gently place it along the right side of the wrist until the bow releases and reattaches. Pull apart their hands and repeat these steps. Now that the person is handcuffed, you can begin with the third step. Third step is to double lock the handcuffs for the person's protection. And it's important that the officer double locks the handcuffs. And it ensures that the cuffs won't tighten on the person, avoiding injury, and it also ensures that they won't escape from the cuffs. First, the officer needs to test the tightness of the handcuffs. Slip one finger between the shackle and the person's wrist. If one finger fits, it's perfect. If a finger doesn't fit, it's too tight. And if more than one finger fits, it's too loose. Adjust them accordingly. Now ask the person if they feel all right, keeping in mind that they have to be semi-tight. Use the double locking mechanism on the end of the key to lock the handcuffs. Press the notch into the side of the handcuffs. The lock should be in place. To check that they're properly locked, add some pressure to the shackle. A lack of movement means that the handcuffs are locked. Now the officer has completed the necessary steps to handcuff someone in the standing position. To sum up this process, the first step is to position the person for the officer's safety. The second step is to apply the handcuffs. And the third step is to double lock the handcuffs for the person's protection. In every aspect of law enforcement, it's important to know these 3 steps in performing a proper standing handcuffing procedure. Handcuffs have certainly evolved and have been used to detain and constrain since recorded history. And my guess is that they won't be going out of style anytime soon. So it's important to know exactly how to use them. Thank you for listening.